Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. All right, we're coming up to Thanksgiving. Today is Mary Curry's birthday, and to me, it feels almost like a holiday. I don't take the day off, but it's a holiday for me as well. It got me thinking that I need to make another video proposing that we make our holidays more flexible. In a previous series of videos, I talked about canceling holidays, but it I find the word cancel makes a lot of people angry, so I'm not going to use it anymore. Instead, from now on, I'm going to call it flexing our holidays, making them more flexible. And here's why I want to do that. If you want to keep the holidays the way they are, keep them. What I'm proposing is that I want people to have a choice on when to take their holidays and not be constrained by our holiday schedule, right? So, right now, as I speak, there's a government shutdown. But in times past, governments and companies have forced their employees to use up their vacation time. Right? HP was the most famous for it. They would often close the company for a week, and you had to choose if you want to take your vacation time, or you could go without pay during that week. And people are rightfully upset when that happens, right? It's usually not a pleasant thing, right? It's usually a compromise, right? They might think it's a compromise, otherwise the layoffs are going to come, right? But it's not. It's never a good thing. Oh, we got forced to take vacation time, right? Well, guess what happens in the absence of that? In a year without a budget crunch like that, guess what happens? Thanksgiving, Christmas Day, New Year's Day, Memorial Day, and now Juneteenth. Everybody is forced to use up their vacation time. What do you mean? I don't have to use up any days to take those days off. Oh, yes, you do, because it's budgeted into what you get for the year, right? If it weren't for those holidays, maybe you might think of it this way. If you get 10 vacation days, you're really getting 20, but 10 of them are forced on those weird days that you might not want to take off right now. Understandably, some of them you do, but not all of them, probably, I would say, right? The other problem, and this one is one that you'll never see the results of because by definition it's hidden. Imagine it's the day before Memorial Day, and you're just about to come up with this Nobel Prize winning idea at your job, but you never get around to it because if you don't take the day off, you lose it, right? And just multiply that by the entire country, by every country that forces people to take off for various holidays. It could be a lot of things that you'll never get to see be developed. Or maybe part of the reason that COVID-19 is still a thing is because some medical researcher was forced to take a day off on a Memorial Day or on a Juneteenth that they didn't want to, right? Do I dislike what happened on Juneteenth? No, I don't, and I understand what happened all those years, centuries ago. It's not. It's not that I'm insensitive. Actually, it's that I like what happened that day, and if somebody's going to come up with a big idea on that day, I don't want to deny them the opportunity. If somebody wants to take off that day, I don't want to deny it either, right? I want it to be a choice. That's what a lot of people don't seem to appreciate, right? The concept of choice. I'm not trying to take away or cancel any holidays, right? Now, what days would I take off if I had, or what kind of policy would I like to see? Well, I'd like to see no day get any special treatment, right? Yes, there would be days that more people will want to take off compared to other days, right? Like a Christmas day, right? But I still want to see Christmas Day being treated as an equal to Mary Curry's birthday in terms of people taking off, right? You're free to take them off. Not everybody's going to, right? Just like how not everybody, and I'm probably not even going to take Mary Curry's birthday off either, right? After all, Mary Curry's birthday should be all about being should be celebrated by actually doing science, right? So, um, I, what would I do if our holidays were flexible? Well, I still might take Christmas off every now and then. Probably not every year, right? I take it off when it makes sense for me to take it off, right? Certainly, if there was some kind of event that necessitated taking it off, like seeing a solar or a lunar eclipse, I'll have to check when the next time we have such an event on a Christmas day is. I would, right? But it's not every year, right? Um, I would probably bunch up. Actually, if I had it my way, we wouldn't have weekends either, right? Some weeks I feel like I could go on and on and on and on, right? But I'm being denied the opportunity to do that. Imagine it's Friday and I'm just about to, I work at a tutoring center. Sometimes when I tutor just the right students at just the right moment, it becomes a huge inspiration for something big. It really has at times before. Imagine it's Friday and I feel like my energy could go on and on and on and on and on. And had I just gone to tutor somebody the next day, it would have inspired me to think of something that I didn't think of with my computer AI design. Maybe it would have inspired me to begin some kind of art project that I didn't think of, right? Um, so a few months ago, one of my students took a trip to Disneyland, and it inspired me to build a Lego model of the sailing ship Columbia, right? Or imagine that. Well, you guys remember what happened 3 years ago when one of my students brought a really fancy periodic table to the tutoring session, right? I guarantee things like that have been missed because I was denied the opportunity to tutor on a Saturday or even at a weird hour that nobody wants to tutor, right? The idea, right? So anyway, if I had it my way, there would be no concept of weekends or holidays, and we would just get a bag of time that we could take off anytime we want to, right? It doesn't have to be a certain hour or a certain day, right? Um, Now, in an ideal world, our schedules would be even more flexible than that. I got another conundrum that I want to solve. Imagine you work. So, for example, today I got a shift beginning at I think it's 2 p.m. The problem is that by the time it's um, by the time it's 12, 1 o'clock, you're already constrained on what you can do with your time, right? Because you might have to dress in a certain way. So, for example, I love working with metal casting. I might not want to eat something that might make me smell bad, and so your time is not entirely free by the time it's 12 or even 11 o'clock. I would say, depending on what you want to do, right? Imagine for some bizarre reason at 11, I can't geographically be too far away from the center by 11 o'clock, right? I got to think about this one. This one always bothers me a lot because I'm very specialized in what I can tutor. I often get very short shifts. And so it leaves a big footprint on my day. Even if I get a 1, 2, 3 hour shift, it leaves a huge footprint on what I could do for the rest of that day. It really does. And if you're juggling multiple jobs, right? And so in an ideal world, I wish time were more fungible, right? Time kind of behaves like I'm trying to think what would be an analogy. It's kind of like if you cut a diamond into two, it loses a lot of value, right? Uh, so time is non-fungible, right? It's more like a diamond than like bismuth or like rhenium, right? You can cut that all you want, and it's not going to lose value, right? But with time, it's like cutting a diamond, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.